Boom. We are live. Episode 7 of the Brownwater Banter podcast. I am Jared Seymour.
It's 70.
What did I say? 7?
7.
Son of a bitch, right out the gate. All right, 70. You knew what I meant.
I'm Joey Cates.
And we have Captain David Kuehn here from Real Southern Charters. Let's hit over there to him. Wave to the camera there, sir. Yes, sir.
Up,
we got his logo here flashed up on the screen. We're going to talk today about how he got his start in the charter boat game. We're going to talk about selling his magazine, and we're going to talk about the fishing tournament that we did last year in partnership with him, the Sheepshead Showdown. You might have heard of it. But before we jump into the episode, we're going to mention our sponsor here, the guy who helps keeps the show alive. That's Dr. Robbie Williams at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. He's right here on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. If you're looking for a great local dentist who is into the outdoors, we'll talk fishing with you while you're there. This is your man here, Dr. Robbie Williams. So check him out on Facebook, on Instagram. They're on all the socials there. They are at Southern Magnolia Smiles, or you can hit him up at his website, southernmagnoliasmiles.com, or give him a call on the old landline. That's area code 228-215-1202. He's been a big supporter of the show since day one. He was actually on episode 5. Maybe that's what I said 7, because I was thinking in the single digits.
Sure.
Yeah, it didn't work, but I tried. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into it. David, dude, what the hell is up, and how have you been, man?
What's up, buddy? We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, dude. So you run Real Southern Charters. How long have you been doing that?
So this is 2021 will be my fifth year in it. It's moving along quick.
Yeah, it flies by, don't it?
Flying by.
How'd you get started in the game, man? I mean, like, what made you want to go from hobbyist to doing it for a business?
So I'm a fireman full time, which leaves a wide open schedule in between shifts to work that second hustle. And we at one point I was working a commercial snapper boat, did a lot of offshore fishing there, and kind of really got that love of fishing, love of offshore.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I was able to transition into the charter side of it.
Sweet.
I always wonder how people get their start from taking it from a hobby to taking it to a business. There's got to be a learning curve there, right? It ain't just as simple as waking up whenever the hell you want and going out there and drinking 6 or 18 beers.
Now you have to catch fish,
right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So
people don't understand the stress of it. Like, it's,
absolutely.
You're not getting to pick when the tide is, when the moon is, when the weather's right. You're not fair weather fishing. People book 6 months in advance that they want to go on a Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. and no matter what that tide's doing,
it's blowing 15 miles an hour, it's raining.
You got to find fish.
Right.
Yeah.
It's stressful, because there's days where it's slow and there's days where it's on fire, and it gets stressful.
How do you
stay on them day after day?
How do you handle that, man? How do you handle, like, when the fish just aren't producing?
Be honest with them.
You gotta have a good time, anyways, right?
Yeah. Let's go find some dolphin or something.
Yeah.
We usually find something, and something to catch, keep them entertained. But it's you just gotta be honest with them.
Yeah.
And be upfront and tell them, hey,
it's not 100% business for sure.
It's not.
Now, what boat do you fish?
It's a 21-foot Robalo, 2017 model. We're fishing that now. We're in hopes of upgrading here.
Got a good little wrap on it. You got a picture of it, don't you, somewhere, Jared?
Yeah. I let off with that right now. I got some comments coming in. Josh Harmon said that was great. Me fucking up at the beginning. Dustin's laughing at me as well. And then Josh also wants to know when we're going fishing. Not sure who you're asking. If it's me and Joey, it's probably going to be a minute.
Never.
Yeah, because we are in here doing this shit now all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about fishing. We're not actually going to fish anymore. But David's probably free.
Yeah,
right?
I got some time. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Let me throw that back up on the screen real quick. So I got your boat showing now.
Yeah.
You know what that looks like. So explain to the people what we're looking at here. I mean, if they book a trip with you, this is what we're going on, right?
That's the boat. We leave out Ocean Springs Harbor. So typically, you get online, you can call me directly, you can get online, you book it, pick your date, pick your trip length. We can you show up in the morning, whatever time. You really ain't got to get there early. Everything will be already set up for you. I've got your fishing licenses covered. I got all your bait, your fuel, your tackle. You literally just show up with snacks and drinks, beer, whatever you want. We'll
BYOB.
Now, that's pretty much par for the course, right? Because a lot of people ask that about a fishing license. If you're a charter boat fishing, price is included in your trip most of the time.
Yep. If you're a legitimate charter boat in Mississippi, your customers do not have to have a fishing license.
Sweet.
My charter permit, the one we pay for every year, covers everyone on the boat throughout the year.
Now you have a slip. You pulling this boat? How are we doing this?
Right now I have a slip. It's not in Ocean Springs Harbor, so I'll go there in the morning, get it ready, get everything loaded. I'll run over to Ocean Springs Harbor and have already be fueled up. I'll grab some bait and ice and pick up customers and ready to go.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, Andrew's Whitman's in the comment section. He says he loves the new studio. Man, we really appreciate that. It feels good to be back live again and not only through the internet. So we're digging it too, and we got a lot of upgrades we're planning on making too in the future. So thank y'all all so much for tuning in. But yeah, so you got the bait covered, you got rod, reel, tackle, just BYOB. You got ice chest, the whole nine. So just show up and have a good time, right?
Yeah, we try to make it as inclusive as possible. So it's really you show up. Step on the boat and you step off the boat. We'll clean your fish and put them in a bag for you.
That's the big one, dude. That's the big one right there.
You step off.
Yeah.
It's easy. You try to make it as pain-free and hassle-free as possible.
Don't have to wash the boat. Don't have to clean your fish. Yeah. You can't beat that.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome. What are y'all targeting right now? What are y'all going after
right now? This winter time, it's going to be looking for redfish, some trout. Went the other day, found some big drum. It's kind of a little bit of everything right now. A lot of inshore stuff. There's nothing open offshore,
right?
That we can, in our range. There's Kobe hadn't made it in yet. There's really nothing offshore to go target. So we're doing a lot of inshore stuff.
We were talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it.
We were talking before we started rolling though about how it's different running a charter boat business like here in Mississippi than it would be in even Bay St. Louis or Louisiana, right?
For sure. Yeah, we don't have that trout fishery, here in Biloxi.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, that. The boys in Bay St. Louis, Pascagoula have.
And then going even further over into Louisiana.
They can
just go look for a flock of birds and catch them 12-inch trout all day long.
So how do you adapt to that? I mean, like we were talking about earlier.
Grind.
Yeah,
grind.
Be a hunter.
Yeah.
Just target different species, right? Like there's a lot of stuff out there that's still fun to catch, especially for out-of-town people, right?
Yep. Yeah. For sure.
Do you think your business is mainly local people or more out of town or a decent mix? What is it?
High percentage of out of town, probably 80-90% out of town.
Okay. All right. Wow. I'm a little surprised by that. And not really, I guess.
Like 2020, as soon as the casino shut down, we pretty much followed suit. Like it was, that's the bulk of our tourism comes in through those casinos.
Okay.
And that's the major draw, whether they're staying at the casino or not. Right. When they shut down, it took a lot of the tourism away, and that we felt it.
Yeah, and then COVID had everybody locked in their house anyway. Sure. Did you get any charters during 2020 and the whole COVID mess?
It was a weird year. So it was about March.
That's an understatement.
At the beginning of the year, like this time of year, February, we start booking a lot of March, April trips. Starting into that spring, and everything was looking good. March 15th was about the date. And within about a week, we had 100% cancellation for the year.
Shut everything down.
Every trip for the year canceled around that March 15th.
Yeah, that makes sense. And, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it was dead. We didn't fish at all from March 15th through end of May. And then it kind of opened up. And it, I guess.
Yeah, y'all started doing good there towards.
Yeah, I guess some people got tired.
That was the pushback. That's exactly what that was.
Well, everybody got stir crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were going nuts.
A little, snapper season opened up, so that gave a little hit to the to people wanting to get out and go catch. So after that, kind of picked back up, and we fished through. I don't know, September. My motor blew up September, so that put me out for
got that fixed and rolling though.
Yeah, we good now.
That's fun.
Ready to rock and roll.
Nice big blown up motor.
That's a boat
shout out
for
to
you.
Barlow for that 4-hour tow in, but.
Chris towed you back in.
We got to get his ass.
He's a
back
good guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. We ain't gonna toot his horn too much.
So you target, with 22-foot boat, you're in the same boat I am. You can't really stretch 60, 70. I mean, you could on a smooth day, but you usually say snapper ground, stuff like that.
Snappers as far as we go is that those fish havens.
Yeah.
Like that's about as far as we push it.
That's fine.
And you still got to pick your days.
Right. Yeah. How many you hold?
We take 4 people.
4 people.
We'll make exceptions every now and then. If it's a family with small children, we'll take that 5th. If it, had somebody call yesterday, husband, wife, 3 kids, young kids.
You can stow them anywhere.
Yeah. I can put them. I put one of them in a fish
Put them
box.
in a live well. Just right out there.
Yeah. But we try to hold it to 4. 4 gets cramped. Yeah. 4
it's hard to fish,
me.
especially with a T-top. It's hard to fish. I know for sure.
Yeah. You got any crazy stories? We were talking to Devin last episode about music selections while fishing, but you got any crazy just somebody comes out there doesn't know anything, hook somebody in the face, anything like that?
Man, I've had a customer that was you can't please everybody.
Right.
No, you don't say.
Somebody's going to be grumpy all the time.
Can't please everybody. And I had a lady, and it was her and her daughter, and they we were out there, and that neither of them had fished before, so it was very very much amateur, very green.
Yeah.
So we went out there that morning.
I'm sure you get a lot of that, right?
Yeah. That morning we started out on catching white trout. Light pull, doesn't pull hard, easy to catch. Very plentiful, doing good. Well, she was making snide remarks about how these fish are too small and they don't pull hard. So then we went a little further inshore, started finding some redfish, some nice slot reds in that 26, 28 inch. Yeah. And then it went to a full on complaint that these fish just pull too hard. And,
oh Lord.
Just one spectrum or the other there. You can't please everybody.
Right.
So,
no, you definitely can't.
Yeah, the little fish were
you can't go on a charter and complain about it since you've never been, right? It should be an open eye experience for everybody. Just getting out there in a boat for most people,
for sure,
especially having been here, is cool. Just to be out there.
Yeah, I can't control what size fish. But,
you do what you do,
and I try my best to set expectations up front. This is what we're going to target. This is and like I said before, just be honest with them.
Yeah,
let them. I hate for them to think that we're going to go.
Do you find that most of your charters, there's people who want to catch the big fish and there's people who want to catch fish to eat? Do you find where there's some people only go just to catch a big fish and some people go just to catch fish to put in the cooler?
Yeah, so you get people that are there for the experience, and that's obviously that's my favorite ones. Ones that want to go there, see what we have to offer here, catch fish, enjoy it, and up front they're gonna it's gonna be a good day,
right?
And then you get some guys that will show up with a 180 quart cooler, like, man, I hope we can't wait to slam this thing.
You're
you might be a little high on those expectations.
We're gonna try.
You got the handheld, like we got this one filled up.
Yeah. I mean, we have days we slam it, but there's days we don't, and it's how it goes. It's booking a fishing trip. It's for the experience of getting on the water, enjoying it, learning, and catch fish.
I got a feeling that like the out of town people though, when they come in there, get on the boat, and you take them wherever you're going out of Ocean Springs Harbor. Is that what you told us? So you come right around, whether you're on the hitting that tip of Deer Island or going back in behind the bow and fishing. I mean, that's just beautiful. to see, man. I mean, the wildlife that's going on out there and everything. That's part of the experience.
Yeah. Exactly. And, catch and release trips are really the fun, the best, because then you can go target whatever. You don't have to worry about certain species or.
Just let everything go.
We got Chris 4 in the comment section, the legend chief here. He said that's bullshit that he can't pick the size of the fish I'm paying to catch. This is a scam.
Right?
Well, he's got plenty of money though. He can
pay. He could pay to get somebody to get him on a big fish.
I'm kind of excited about those new reefs they just put in Deer Island. You seen that?
Are you talking about where did they add the Katrina Reef? Add on to it?
No, inside of Deer Island they put a bunch of limestone and stuff where the old lumps used to be, the mud lumps.
Yeah, the lumps are still there. With some awesome pictures.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that clear.
They found a super low tide there too, but you can see everyone. That was pretty cool.
It's awesome. I'm ready to get those up.
Okay,
that'd be great on my prop when I'm running through there.
Yeah, really.
That ain't no lie. There's a bunch of oyster shells in there too.
So another thing we was going to talk about with you is you had the franchise Coastal Angler magazine, the Mississippi edition or segment of it, right? Yeah. And the Alabama one as well, correct?
Yeah.
And you recently sold that to a guy we've mentioned on the podcast once or twice, Mr. Rocky Brooks over there.
Yeah. Big money.
Sea to Swamp, big money. That's
big
what we
money
call
Rocky.
Big money Rocky over there. So talk to us about that, man. I mean, you've been running those magazines for how long now?
3 years.
Yeah.
Yep. We the Mississippi one we bought about 3 years ago. The Alabama one we picked up beginning of last year. But the Mississippi one we bought it from actually some good guys up Pascagoula.
Mm-hmm.
They really got to the point where they didn't have the time to go out there and really grow it. And we bought it from them. We got out and really beat the streets and grew it, and it grew quick, and it grew
because that's a grind, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to fill those pages, especially with sponsors, articles, advertising. That's a grind for sure.
So we grew it. We did well. Did well in 2020 or 2019 and 2020, and then kind of made mention to a couple people. I'd sell it if it worked out, if the price was right and all that, and had somebody get in touch with me that kind of heard it through the grapevine, and it was Rocky.
Yeah, Big Money Rocky. Yeah,
Big Money
Yeah,
Rocky.
so we passed the torch on to him. I'm gonna help him. There'll be next couple months. It'll be a kind of a team thing, kind of transitioning him into it, and
maybe that'll be a good excuse for him to come on here and talk with us because we've been asking him now since we started this thing. We hadn't got him yet. We hadn't landed that big fish.
And I think he's already, it's been a week and a half or 2 weeks, and I think he's already grown it. So
well, he should. He owns Sleeted Swamp for sure. So everybody that goes through there,
right,
this should be an open outlet for him.
I mean, he's got almost a cult like following over there. That store, people
over there in Goshen, man.
I wish it would be over here, so I had to drive all the way to Goshen.
Right?
But
people love that place. So he's got a good following. Knows it, knows everybody. So he's I think he's already taken it and he's already growing it. And
that's good, man. That's good. It's it seems like it's gonna be in good hands. And keep it moving forward, right?
Yeah.
That's a cool magazine, though. I mean, especially when you're just sitting. I guess it's a newspaper. What do you consider?
I mean, it's a full-on magazine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it's free.
Yeah. Pick them up. Do you just drop those off?
Yeah, a lot of grocery stores, gas stations, tackle shops,
academies, places like that. Pretty much anywhere that sells fishing tackle is going to have one of those on it.
Yeah, they're nice. Full gloss, full color. They're high quality magazines especially for a free product.
Yep. Yeah, I dig it, man. I think Rocky will do well with it. Like you said, he's got a built-in kind of audience there that he can do. You had a lot on your plate, man, from the charter boat business to your regular full-time job to doing that.
Yeah.
So you got a little maybe breathing room now, huh?
Yeah. I'll focus more attention over to the Alabama, Panhandle, Florida magazines. So we've got that one. Goes from Mobile to Navarre, Florida.
Oh wow!
So if you're listening and you're in that area, this guy's the man to talk to.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to get your business out there.
That's right. Advertising the magazine for sure.
So I'm going to spend some time, focus on that one, see what we can do with it. May end up passing the torch on somebody else over there too if we can find the right person. But we'll
liquidating.
Yeah. We'll take care of that. We'll start growing that one and a little more focus there.
Yeah, that
and
way.
Fishing season's coming up, so it's going to be a lot more.
I was going to ask my next question is what do you see this year's season would being such less fish with tournaments and stuff like that didn't happen? What do you see this fishing season turning into? You think it's going to be a hot one? You think it's going to be good? Especially with a winter. We had a winter this year. That changes a lot of things.
I think it's going to be good. I think we're having a good year. I know that the tourism, I think, is actually going to be up. I think we're going to have hopefully this COVID's working its way down. People are going to be more willing to get out and travel. Mississippi luckily doesn't have the strictest rules in comparison. We did some traveling, wife and kids. We all went up to Virginia, and it was tough up there.
It is.
Come back here, and it's
a little relaxed.
Yeah, a lot more relaxed, and so people from out of town watching.
Come on down.
Josh Harmon wants to know if he can take credit for mentioning that to Rocky about the magazine. I'm assuming that's what he means. So we'll give you that one.
Sure, Josh.
You got that, Josh. That's another one that we got to get in here too. But well, that way, now that you're liquidating all this stuff, you can focus more on just your charter boat business, but you can also focus on the tournament that I heard you were part of. I think we led with that at the beginning of the episode. But and conveniently enough, you're wearing the shirt right now.
Good
God,
looks good opportunity.
That's a great shirt with a great logo.
You been working out?
Come on now.
Tell everybody a little bit about the Sheepshead last year that we all put on together.
Yeah.
Those Tres Amigos. Here.
Yeah. We got a few good guys together on that, and that turned out to be.
It did.
It's what started out as 4 guys willing to throw in $250 a piece to put on a little tournament.
Yeah,
turned into a
base snapper.
Galvanized snapper.
For Sheepshead. That turned into a big event, multiple categories. I forgot how many entries we had. It was a lot.
Joey's right.
96.
96.
Not even counting the kids. Kids are free.
Yeah,
96
kids in there. We thought we were hoping to get 15 to 20 people sign up for. We had, over 100 people participate.
Yeah.
Had a good venue. That was tons of prizes.
We did. We had a lot of donated stuff.
It kind of lined up, because the weather was absolutely horrible.
Well,
what were we? We were 48 hours out of having the first one.
Yes, that was.
And then the world stopped turning.
So for people that don't know, we originally, that idea came for the tournament. I want to say December-ish, November-ish of 19. So we booked it for March of 2020, March 26th, I think.
Yeah.
And like Joey's saying, that was right at the very beginning of anybody talking about
Like-
COVID-19.
Yeah.
And
3
so
days before.
Yeah. So everything started shutting down. And we didn't know. We're an outdoor event. We should still be okay. And it was like 48 hours probably ain't too far off. And we were like, holy shit, this is a real thing. It's really going to suck here, COVID-19. Like, what is all this? So we canceled it. First year tournament, canceled it. Told everybody on the website, if you want your money back, all you got to do is send us a message. We had a few people do it, but I would say it was only a couple.
Yeah.
Most people let their money ride
Probably
with us.
10 or 15.
I don't even know if it was that many.
It wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people stayed in there.
Mhm.
Stayed in there with us without us announcing a date at the time, if y'all remember, because we didn't know, and people still don't know what COVID's actually going to do. But so then once we figured everything was kind of easing up a little bit for like outdoor stuff, we booked October. I don't remember the day in October that it was. I don't know if y'all remember.
It's not the one in the picture.
It's not the one. What are you talking about?
Remember the date's wrong on the one. Remember the plaques that we made? The date's wrong on that.
Oh, shit. I didn't know
I
that.
forgot who made them plaques.
That's just a little Easter egg, kind of like
Yeah.
you got to really know your trivia to get that right later on down the road. But we rescheduled it for October, and I think we gained whoever got the refunds. We got at least that many back who ended in, right?
Absolutely.
And we did at the Blind Tiger right there in Biloxi. Thank you, Scott, for letting us come down there and do that. And it ended up being, honest to God, there was no way you could have dialed in the weather better for that particular day than we had. We had a great turnout. A lot of kids had a lot of fun. We did the kids division, which was, I think, all of our favorite division that we had, right? And it just was a great tournament, man. So we need to book again for this year. We're definitely going to do it.
Well, get ready. I mean, we're here today talking about this podcast, but when these cameras go off, we're going to talk numbers and talk about when we're going to book it, what date it is.
Well, I mean, I think we should keep it for October. What do y'all think? I felt like a good kind of not competing with too much other stuff, even though it was COVID, you know.
We need what's old boy that contacted us on the spear fishing? He just contacted us. I can't remember his name. Do you remember his name?
I don't.
But he contacted, and I know Marcus McDavid. You know, he does a lot of spearfishing too. And we had the spearfishing point into the tournament, and only like 3 people showed up. So this year we got to grind it out for the spearfishing.
Yeah,
we may give him one more shot, but
it
was disappointing on the turnout on that side of it.
It was. But again, a lot of stuff was going on. COVID, maybe that had something to do with it. We got a comment rolling in here from David. I'll read it to you. He said, "How do you feel about a slot for specs?" He said, I think it would grow our tourism. Tons of people go to Texas just to catch and release gator trout. I'm assuming that's a charter boat question, huh?
Yeah. Man,
we just don't have the gator trout though, do we?
Well, not over here. I mean, you can find some big trout, you know, at the islands and in, you know, certain parts of the bay and the river and stuff. But
yeah, we don't have them like Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, no, we just don't have. We don't have that. We don't have that gator Texas. You know, the Speckled Truth, they do a good job of collecting data.
Yes, they do.
They do a huge, thing for the trout fishery.
Right.
And they collect data on those 30-inch trout, and I think they're actually doing even 27-inch trout. They're collecting data on.
Yeah, they got that big tournament going on now. It's at release over 20. Yeah. So everything over 20 inches.
Do you know the details on that? We can mention it right now.
I don't. I know the tournament's there.
Anybody listening, just go type in Facebook, type in the website.
That's Chris and Kyle and them.
Yeah, just look up, Google, whatever, just Speckled Truth, and you'll see they do a lot of cool stuff for conservation.
Mm-hmm.
They got a great podcast. They know way more than we'll ever know when it comes to fishing, and those dudes are scientists with the shit that they're doing. So it's very impressive.
On that data with those 30-inch trout and bigger, it's such a majority of it's they're Texas trout. It's rare you see a Mississippi pop up on that 30-inch trout.
We did the number when we talked to Chris. They give the 30+ stickers.
Yeah.
I think Texas had this is all in 1 year, 35.
Yeah.
Louisiana had 17.
Yep.
Virginia had some. North Carolina had one. Mississippi had one.
Yeah.
One trout over 30.
We don't have that.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to get into science, and I'm not the science guy as far as the biology of what would be the best route to help us get to those those bigger trout.
No.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever do any tagging when you're out? You ever go to a research lab?
Yeah, we'll do Kobe at Triple Tail.
Okay. That'll work.
We do have a Dirty 30 sticker that we're going to put up somewhere in here, and we got to preface that
we didn't catch it.
We didn't catch it. That was the agreement. He said, we'll give y'all one to put in the studio, but you can't claim that you caught one. I'm like, dude, nobody would believe me if I said that I caught one that big. So,
for real.
But what's your favorite day on the water? whether it be with a group of people paying you on a charter or just by yourself? Like, what are you doing?
My favorite trip.
Don't say
favorite day
drinking
on the
beer all
water.
day long. That's not fair. That's
Come on
cheating.
now. Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah.
Typically, we try to do it a few times in summer, or I say if you end up doing a bunch, snapper season, when I don't have a trip, take my wife, kids, we'll go catch a snapper quick and make it to the island and go hang out, let the kids play, play in the sand.
It's always like a victory lap. Like you
Yeah.
got a full box of fish and you come in and
Feel
swim.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Feel good. You got the box full. It's 10 a.m. and
now you can hang around the whole island the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's my favorite trip. Being able to spend time with them out to the islands, and it's my wife's favorite place.
That ain't a lot.
Anytime I get her out there, she's thrilled.
Yeah.
And we got
everybody's.
We got some more photos here. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up that picture of that snapper. Can you remember what I'm talking about and kind of describe what that was? It's just you want to book a trip, man. There it is, right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that was first snapper she's ever caught.
Way to ruin her for that.
Right? Yeah,
First one out the gate.
Yeah, we got. I want to see that trip. So a kind of funny side on that trip. People come on the boat and they bring cases of beer and they with the expectation we're gonna get we run the bachelor trips bachelor party we they have the mentality we're gonna get trashed today we're gonna drink hard
Worst possible spot to do it.
No
but
doubt.
throughout the day there's a lot of like you're holding a rod, you're fishing, you're actively fishing. We're not trolling.
Right.
We're not trolling where you just sit
You're
back
busy.
and drink beer.
You're busy.
People, they got a rod and reel in their hand. They're catching fish. They're fighting fish. They're doing casting. So the beer drinking doesn't happen as much as they think. And a lot of times that's, they end up drinking 2 or 3 and getting off the boat. That trip there, I think it was 4 ladies. One of them was my aunt.
Don't tell me they just pounded them.
That is the most beer ever drank on my boat.
Awesome,
was that day? Was that those four ladies?
Sweet.
They hammered the snapper, caught big fish, and they drank hard.
That's awesome.
They had a great time.
All right, and then the other photo we had, it'd probably been better if I'd have flashed this earlier when we were talking about the tournament. But it's the one of your bow. I think it's just covered in sheep.
Just sheepshead.
Yeah, man. That fish is plentiful.
Yes,
there's a pile of them.
That's a typical spring, early spring time. That's it's coming, it's starting to get there, starting to fire up. We'll run off out by the islands, just south of the islands. We'll go find some fish havens, some wrecks.
Yeah.
Any sort of structure they're spawning. So it's a bunch of big females, 6, 7, 8, 9 pound sheepshead.
Now, do they move in? Because I know a lot of people usually underneath the Ocean Springs Bridge, scraping barnacles and
Whenever
stuff like that.
Whenever they start spawning, they'll pile up and they'll get thick. Right there in Biloxi up against some of those seawalls and stuff.
That's a fun fish to catch too. I mean, they fight. I mean, you said, you can get some schools of them, right?
Yeah, and everything we do as far as inshore sheepshead, it's all light tackle. And we're talking like 12-pound line.
Dude, I love that though, man. Me personally, I mean, I'm not. I mean, each deep sea has its pluses and minuses, and I think inshore. I mean,
we're 12-pound line and
what you fiddler crab, shrimp.
I can't tell you that, bro. That's a.
My bad.
Is that
too much?
That's a trade secret, dude. What you doing? Easy now.
You need some coordinates.
Well, I was going to say, where are
you going, man?
GPS,
exactly where you're going.
Fiddler crabs just aren't
hard to keep alive.
Well, they're just hard to find. Like when you need them.
Yeah.
When it's 6:30 in the morning, I got a trip at 7. It's hard to go get fiddler crabs.
Let's go jump into Mars.
Pull them out. There's a couple shops around here that sell them, but Ocean Springs typically doesn't have them. So usually live shrimp's my go-to.
Do you find it's hard to get live bait, especially like last year? I saw people talking about it all the time. I don't really.
That's winter. The bait shops start to not catch as much.
Yeah,
they start doing maintenance on their equipment, on their boats, and live shrimp in the winter gets sometimes hard to find.
Last year it was hard to find because we went through COVID, then we had the hurricane, so most of them were destroyed.
Right. Yeah. Last year was not great.
No,
anything.
It's coming back down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this tournament. So if you know anybody who would like to sponsor or help us out or be involved with that tournament,
right there.
These are the 3 guys. Look, we got these cool little stickers.
Oh yeah, that was that's the logo from last year. So we may update it, or we may I think we'll update it.
I say we do a kids belt this year. I got
I'm down.
I got on you last year about the belt.
I'm
and the
glad
belt
you said it
was a
because
big
I
hit.
wasn't going to bring it up. But boy,
Yeah,
he was
well,
pissed off when I ordered that belt.
We're
And
gonna
I
be-
was.
We're gonna vote
But
on
I
the
wore it
bikini
the whole
contest
time.
again, or what?
That's another thing. We was going to do the bikini contest, and
We had
you
a
know.
hard no from one of
Yeah.
them. So.
Jared said no. I don't understand.
Bullshit. Dude, oh, he's a liar too, dude.
It
He's
was
a
me. It was
liar.
me. It
Boy,
was
he's
me.
a liar. He's a liar. But yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be good this year. It's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be fun, right? So that's what we had last year, and
it was a good time.
I'm proud of it for our first tournament.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For
it
sure.
Was,
you can't control the weather, and I think with it, correct me if I'm wrong, but with being Sheepshead, I think we could still skate around if the weather wasn't super great because you can still be in shore and
you can fish from a pier.
That was another big reason why we picked that, because we wanted people that if you didn't have a boat, you could still have a chance.
The winning sheephead was caught in Fort Bayou.
Yeah, you can fish that.
Yeah, in a skiff.
Raining.
I'm pretty sure if
you
I'm not
wanted
mistaken,
to.
that guy he was in an aluminum boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had to get back home quick. His bow light wasn't
He
buzzing.
did. He had to
I'm
split.
mistaken.
He had to
It
split.
was, it was caught. He said somewhere in Fort Bayou, in an aluminum skiff, and that was he won a chunk of money. Won the belt.
He was $1,000 first place cash prize.
You got guys, and this is one of those tournaments that you don't have to have that. That nice boat, that big boat to run offshore, go catch them or anything.
This tournament's a little skanky. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I like about it. It's a little.
He run a rod and reel, Tim. Mr. Tim, he did that.
Real smooth, real repair. Yeah, he hooked us up, man. He made an awesome rod, so that was cool. We're gonna do it again.
Yeah, for the first year with guys that never put a tournament on.
That's true.
Went well. Went very, very. I won't say seamless, but it went very, very well.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
I'm pumped with it. David, is there anything, man, that we haven't covered that we need to talk about with you, man? People just need to go on there.
Yeah.
Tell us where to find you.
Well, where to find you? But like, where do you get most of your bookings through or from? Like, is it Facebook messages?
Yeah, a lot of people just searching fishing charters in the area, and they end up on the website.
Your website? Okay.
So it's www.reel southerncharters.com.
There you go.
And my calendar's up on there. It's updated. You pick a trip. You can go ahead and book it right there, and it'll take a card number, but it doesn't charge you anything till the day of the trip. You
can do half day, whole day.
We can do 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour.
Okay.
You just, if you got questions, call me. I mean,
what about weather? Was weather an issue? How does that work?
If we have to cancel because of weather, it doesn't cost. There's no.
Yeah.
We'll reschedule if you can. If not, we'll try again next year.
So just book it and bring your own snacks.
That's it.
Show up and catch some fish.
And if there's anything special, you want to do, you want to try, you want to go camping, you want to just go out to the island and go play
dolphin
on the beach.
tour.
Yeah, dolphin tour. Yeah, we're open to for any ideas like that. So we enjoy getting people out on the water. Enjoying what we get to do every day.
There you go. A little bit of the Southern culture down here on the coast. So, dude, thanks so much for taking your time out on a Sunday to come out here and hang out with us early morning. We appreciate it, man.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, thanks everybody for tuning in, for all the comments that we got. We really appreciate it. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you hit the like button there on the Facebook page or the YouTube if you're watching us there, or even Twitter, man. We're on that too. So, and if like Joey just flashed up, we got our merch for sale, man. We got the hats, we got candles for sale. We got look, David's got the that camera right there is you. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's the hats for sale on the website. We've got what else we got, Joey? Dry fit shirts, man, for your fishing needs, and the koozies. It's a little early. We'd be drinking beer out of the koozies right now, but it's Sunday morning, so we try to at least wait till noon. But go check us out at brownwaterbanter.com
and check out the Sheephead Showdown too.
That's correct. Be on the lookout because that's right. We do have a Facebook page for that as well.
Sheephead Showdown. Find it on Facebook.
Go like that as well, and we appreciate it again. And we'll see y'all on the next one, man.
That's it.
Awesome.